Lesson 21. Punctuation, capital letters and apostrophe. Let's start. Let's understand. Punctuation marks make it easier to understand the beginning and end of a sentence. A pause in a thought if a sentence is said with strong feelings or if a sentence is a question or an exclamation. These are amply covered by the end marks, full stop, exclamation and question marks. The sentence dividers, comma, semicolon and colon. Let's revisit them once again. The end marks. The full stop. The full stop is used to end a declarative, also called assertive or imperative sentence. Examples: I am feeling very sleepy today. Please shut the door behind you. In initials of people's name. Examples: Dr. Jay Singh is a firebrand journalist. PMO, Prime Minister's Office. To indicate a decimal fraction. Examples: 10.9, 0.5, 0.302. Note, we use a full stop after the title of a person when it is shortened, such as PROF. Professor or REV. Reverend. But when the shortened form comprises the first and the last letter, such as MR, Mr. or DR, Doctor, the full stop is not used. The question mark. The question mark is used to end all types of questions. Examples: Where did you vanish? Who was that boy? Why are you laughing? Note, the question mark is not used at the end of an indirect question. Examples: Mother wants to know what have you been up to. The exclamation mark. The exclamation marks are used to express deeply felt emotions. Examples: My heartfelt condolences for your loss. How cute. Express disgust. Example: Ugh, I just don't like mice. Express anger. Examples: Get lost. Shut up. How dare you. The sentence dividers. Comma. A comma introduces the shortest pause in a sentence. It is used in the following situations: to separate words in series. Examples: Let us throw all that is useless, old, torn and damaged. We have to study maths, science, English and Hindi besides value education. To separate phrases in series. Example: I can see my beloved puppy in the corner of the rooms, under the bed, behind the curtain, everywhere. To separate short clauses in series. Example: Tell me everything about yourself. Who are you? Where you have come from? Where are you going? After a noun of address. Examples: Mrs. Jisa, the head of the department, wants to meet everyone now. Danny, fetch the stick. To separate parts of a date or any words following the date. Examples: August 31st, 2021. November 28, 1958. On August 31st, 2021, I finished the project. To separate expressions such as yes, no, oh, well, etc. Examples: Yes, that is Ruma and she has promised she will visit us soon. Well, she makes such promises each time she is here. Example: Mr. Motilal Oswal, our founder president, has announced a special bonus for Diwali for the employees. Before coordinating conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, that are used to introduce independent clauses. Example: The new girl is feeling lonely, so let's give her company. Semicolon. A semicolon introduces a pause and is used to replace the conjunctions and, but, nor, yet, so or for. Examples: I will call you for the meeting. You will know what's happening. It was raining heavily. We still went to school. She liked Charles Dickens I like Jane Austen's works. We stayed away from the cobra. We were scared of it. To list a series of items that already have comma in them. Examples: the talent show will be conducted in New Delhi, India, Eton, England, and Montreal, Canada. The police have arrested Seema, an actor, John, a producer, Siddharth, a singer, and Rekha, a newspaper reporter, for the crime. Before conjunctions such as nevertheless, however, moreover, besides, and otherwise. Examples: he broke our windows thrice in a week. However, we let him go because he is our neighbor. They were enemies. Nevertheless, they worked together on this project. Note: do not capitalize words after semicolon unless they are special words that are always capitalized. Colon. A colon is used to introduce a list of things. Examples: bring these essentials to the camp: a few warm clothes, a pair of running shoes, first aid box, and a torch. You need all of these to be a successful writer: good grammar, vast vocabulary, creative thoughts, and a publisher friend. Between independent clauses, when the second sentence explains, paraphrases, or expands the first sentence in some way. Examples: mother is in a bad mood. She had an argument with a client and the maid didn't turn up. Focus on what you have. Remember the old saying, a bird in hand is better than two in the bush. To indicate direct speech. Examples: my dad always said, work hard and be honest. The officer announced, exit from gate number 2 in case of an emergency. Note: do not capitalize words after colon unless they are special words that are always capitalized or are quotes said by a person. Capital letters. An understanding of when to use the apostrophe and capital letters is equally important. Use capital letters for the first letter of a sentence. Example: the weather looks amazing today, isn't it? The first letter of direct speech. Example: the lady shrieked, catch the thief. The first letter of proper nouns. Example: Barack Obama has been one of the most popular presidents of America. People's initials. Example: the fictional character of Harry Potter was written by J.K. Rowling. The first letter of the titles of people. Example: we are expecting Mr. Malhotra to join us any minute. The first letter of religious names. Example: I do believe in the divine intelligence that runs nature. People call it by the name of Ram, Allah, God, and Vaheguru. The personal pronoun I. Examples: I went to buy fruits from the market. When I told her about you, she was very happy. Names of days, months, and special occasions. Examples: I am going to join school from Wednesday. Will you go to work on Guru Purab too? First letter in greetings or closing phrases. Examples: thanking you, dear Shahira. Titles of books, plays, films, poems, and newspapers. Examples: William Wordsworth's Daffodils has been my favorite poem since childhood. I read about the theft in the Hindu. Names of countries, nationalities, and languages. Example: I can speak in Punjabi and French. Both languages are understood well in Canada. Names of cities, states, rivers, seas, lakes, streets, buildings, mountains, and islands. Examples: I will meet you outside Nirman Bhavan. Isn't Nirman Bhavan on Ashok Road? Apostrophe. An apostrophe is used to show possession. Example: when we went to Emmy's room, she wasn't there. Contraction. Example: I have won 3 championships in 5 years. Note: its and its always succeed in baffling everyone. Remember that the first is a contraction of it is, while the second is a possessive pronoun. Do remember that punctuation makes it easier to understand the beginning and end of a sentence, a pause in a thought. Full stop, question mark, and exclamation mark close sentences. A sentence can be divided into smaller segments with the help of commas, semicolons, and colons. Capital letters are used for a variety of reasons and help facilitate the comprehension even further. Apostrophe is used to show possession and contraction.